Okay, so let's talk about, you can stand still during this whole exchange. Let's talk about, you know how to land an aerial, you know how to buffer an aerial, you know how to full hop an aerial. Landed aerials are for shield pressure, right? Short hop aerials are for short hop anti-airs, so short hop callouts. And full hop aerials are for punishing full hops. Simple as that. When you jump and you land an aerial, not only do you know this already, I think, but when you land an aerial, you can continue a combo, right? If I hit a buffered aerial, it won't really give me a combo. So for example, I'm gonna hit you, I want you to just mash jump.
Okay.
See, I couldn't get a combo there, right? But if you mash jump now, there's no way.
Oh, okay.
Right? So landed aerials on hit gives you combos. It's the same thing with something like, say I hit you with this, right? That's a buffered up air instead of a landed up air, right? This is a landed one. I want you to mash air dodge, okay?
Okay.
No combos, right? Why? Because I'm hitting you with a rising hit, I gotta land and then jump again. So there's not enough time. Now come back here, try to mash air dodge again. Did it work? I'm landing the aerial, it gives me a combo. So landed aerials on hit gives me a combo, like 1, 2, that's a free combo, and so on. If I did a rising up air here, there's no combo. I can't fish for it no matter what. I can try to bait something out by making it look like I'm going for something, but I can't actually get a guaranteed combo, so there's no reason to hard commit and hard push for it. Against shield, as a Swordie, it depends on how you space it, but let's assume I space it. If you land an aerial, let's say you shield, you land an aerial like this, can you punish this aerial? Is it possible? Up B. Okay, so that's a no. Try forward air. Okay, it didn't work, right? So it's a no. It's a landed aerial, it's spaced. There's no way you can punish it. The only way to actually punish it is by reading my intention and perfect shielding and punishing. Or by short hop anti-airing. Because if I jump here and land and you shielded and you saw it coming, you can punish me before I land it. So you shake me off, you swat me out of the air before I landed it. But if I do a short hop aerial like this against your shield, it's not safe anymore. Because I gotta land after. It doesn't matter how I space it. So I want you to block and do an immediate fair out of shield. So block, and then fair. See, like I drifted back. I spaced it. I got punished. Yeah. Why? Because it's risen with, and it doesn't work too well as shield pressure. It can be a mix-up. You can do something like mix up this into this. So you mix things up. You can mix up this into an immediate nair and so on for mix-ups. But we talk about that later because that's a risk. But just if you want to understand how to shield pressure means land your aerial correctly. So again, like landed aerials are against grounded people, right? So it's good on hit, it's good on shield pressure, so why wouldn't you try to focus on it? Focus on it, not tunnel vision on it. Because here's the thing, if you buffer short hop aerials against grounded opponents, they will punish you. If you do full hop aerials, it might punish you. In Lucina's case, she has full hop aerial to landed aerial. So she can try to cover jump, land aerial for shield pressure, right? So in her case, she has backups, and she can use a backup like full hop punish. Exactly, she punishes full hop, and then she lands her up air, for example, as a cross up, or she spaces fair, or she chooses to double jump out and not mess with the situation. It's up to you which one you want to go for. So if I only try to land aerials all the time and always keep landing my aerial like this, eventually someone will just call me out. People will just press aerials out of shield because I'm in the air. I'm taking my time, right? I'm short hopping, landing, so I'm vulnerable during the jump. But yeah, for landed aerials, you want to use C-stick. Specifically for landed aerials, C-stick, because now you can move away while you're swinging forward instead of moving forward because you pressed forward, right? Okay, so that makes sense to you. So this is why there are landed aerials against ground, short hop aerials to catch short hop, full hop aerials to catch full hop, right? That's a simple concept.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the simplicity of aerials. Now you also have, okay, shield pressure. How does that work? Let's say you shield right now. I get 4 options. If I land an aerial, I get to shield. Now, if you press something like a fair to try to punish me, let's assume you thought that was punishable. And I do 1, 2, you block, that's a punish. You can't act before I punish you. Now, let's say you space it so that you move in and out like this, right? Same thing like you did before, but then you move it back. See, it still doesn't work. Because I'm hitting your shield safely, I'm blocking, you press something that you think you can punish with, it's unsafe to hit shield with, I punish you. It's a bait and punish, right? Simple. Now, there's 3 more options I can do. Let's say you shield. Not only do I have land and block to bait and punish, but I also have land and attack. So let's say you shield again. I could do something like 1, 2, right? Or 1, 2, or 1, 2, or whatever. So like a secondary attack after the landing one. And whatever that is up to you. It can be anything. So basically you land aerial into an attack, not buffer aerial into attack. That will never work. Like I said, buffer aerial on hit won't give you anything, and on shield you'll get punished. So you have to land attack, lower, land attack, exactly, even lower, perfect. Okay, so land attack, exactly. So I have jump as well. Why? Because if you press short hop out of shield, like short hop fair out of shield, let's say you want to block and you want to short hop fair out of shield, I can jump over it and punish you, right? And now you have to make a read that, okay, he jumps after his pressure. So I jump, you got a full hop aerial out of shield. Not short hop aerial, full hop aerial out of shield. There it is. Now you cover short hop and full hop. You just cover jump. That's all it is, right? Fourth option for me is land aerial, dash. Simple dash, one click. So it becomes 1, 2. I want you to forward it out of shield, try to hit me. Doesn't work. So, 4 options. I'm gonna summarize it. Shield. I'm gonna do land aerial shield, land aerial attack, land aerial jump, land aerial dash. This is assuming you space it and land it low. Like I said, if you buffer it, you should get punished out of shield, unless they don't expect it. So it's an okay mix-up from time to time. If you don't want to space it, you can also cross up. Let's see you shield right now. I could do this and end up behind you. Why? Because you can't grab me anyway, right? Like, you'll just miss. So if you press something like backer, so shield, press backer. See? Same thing as before. Doesn't work. You're buffering an aerial against me, I punish you. If you shield again, and I end up in front of you here, it's a 50-50. 50-50 between dodge a grab or block an attack. 50-50 if I don't space it, right? If you shield, try to grab me, I'll get the spot dodge. That leads into me punishing you for missing grab, right? Press forward air out of shield now. Boom, boom, punished. This is assuming that I'm not spacing. So if I end up here, it's a 50-50. If I end up spacing, you get the 4 options we talked about. Land shield, land attack, land jump, land dash. Now, you might ask yourself, why am I even going to do jump if dash is so good? Well, if you try to unshield and up tilt, for example, or unshield and tilt, let's say you like pressing tilts out of shield. So block, unshield, and press up tilt. I'll just jump over you and punish you. So I'm whiff punishing you from a jump, right?
Does that also apply for Yoshi's narrative shield, by chance?
If you space it, yes, for sure, 100%.
Okay.
If you like, if you shield now and you're Yoshi and I do this and I full hop, there's no way he will full hop anti-air me if he presses short hop aerial, and you will punish him for being in lag.
Okay.
But he can full hop nair and punish you. That's why, like I said, short hop aerials, full hop aerials punishes jumps, right? Let's say you full hop, just full hop twice for me. So you jump, and then you jump, so it's 1, 2, 3, and then I can continue that combo if I want to, right? Because it leads into a landing aerial, like 1, 2, that up air is landed. That will always connect into 1 more, right? So I'm gonna go back to how this shield pressure works and why it works, and it's best explained here. If you shield, and let's say I pressure you with this, what can you do? You have 4 choices.
Roll, jump,
right?
Attack, and dash,
stay,
grab,
stay.
Okay.
So what can you do? You said roll, right? Roll. So you block, you respect it. That's a back air. 1, 2, punished. Same thing, same execution. Dash, cover, roll, cover, attack. You have to now consider jump and stay. So now if you jump, let's say you shield, and then you jump. If I shield it, I can try to react with full hop aerial like this to catch the jumps, right? So let's say you block and you jump in. I dash, that's a jump punish. Pretty obvious how that works, right? Now if you rolled, I would have waited, F-tilted, grabbed, etc. If you jumped, that's a jump punish, right? Okay, so I'm covering a lot of options here by just using land shield, land dash, right? It's because I can land dash, cover roll and attack, land dash, cover roll and jump, right? So what's left is you stay. And staying is important so that I don't just know, okay, he's going to block and immediately choose an option. He's going to block and wait and then choose one of those 3 options. But if you wait, Lucina has a special trick where if you shield, she'll basically just do this into this and you'll die. Yes. This is her reading you being clever and waiting, because she's already covered your roll, your jump, and your attack, right? Okay, but the typical Swordie won't have this option. It's just Lucina and Marth. So instead, what they do, let's say you shield, I can do this into a dash, and then jump for another landed aerial. So I reset the situation. Or, I dash, and I dash back in for down tilt. Why down tilt is here, come here, let me show you why. Down tilt is the equivalent of a landed aerial in terms of safety. If you shield, and if you shield and I do this, try to forward air out of shield. Right, so same thing, doesn't work, right? safe. So it's safe shield pressure to press down tilt block, down tilt dash, down tilt jump, down tilt attack, or any tilt that is considered safe. In this case, it's usually down tilt. Again, landed aerial block covers roll behind me, covers what's it called? Covers you pressing attack, and if you jump, I can try to react to it. And if you stay, and we're both shielding against each other, it depends on me if I want to mix up with something quick and catch you off guard like this, for example, or if I want to reset for another jump landed aerial, right? I can also just roll and go, actually, never mind, I'm too scared. But this is why dashing is better, because it allows you to have more freedom, right? So shield, dash, covers roll, covers attack. Even if you attack and you space it, I can from here go dash, dash back in, punish, right? And usually, because you're spacing yourself back, that's DI away, so you're DIing towards the blast zone, you might die. Or I dash, and I'm ready for the jump punish, right? Either like this, however I want, right? And I don't have to commit here. This is me just playing on making you commit. Next, I'm gonna talk about intentions in neutral, so you understand the different place and play styles and how to beat it and how to outplay it. But you understand this whole concept of needing to land aerials, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, super important. So in my case, if nobody full hop anti-airs me, I have no reason to stop. Full hopping nair, full hop nair, full hop nair, full hop nair, full hop nair, etc. all the time, right? But if people keep full hop anti-airing me, I gotta stop. I gotta dash, I gotta shield, I gotta wait, I gotta kind of like remain grounded, wait for them to punish, or wait for them to jump first, punish them. So there's 3 playstyles typically. If you want to keep it clean and simple, you don't have to press a button. Hold on. So at this range, the Pokeball distance is perfect to explain burst range. This is the burst range. What that means is what it necessarily means is that you can't react to what I want to do. If I tell you to react to what I want to do and I do this, there's no way you would have reacted with a quick spot dodge or a jump, right?
Of course.
So at this range, you can't humanly react to my burst options. You can anticipate it and then react to it, but anticipating it is something else. It's you predicting my obviousness. The first option is to just simply play on land aerials for pressure. So pressure, let's call this level or this playstyle pressure, right? All I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go for jump, land aerial, right? So jump, land aerial, hit shield safely. And then you pick whatever options you want, whether, like I said, it's one of the 4 options, right?
Yeah.
So that's playstyle number 1. All you're trying to do is just deal shield damage and bait and punish, right?
Yes.
So simple. You also have from this range, dash down tilt, and safely space too. So you're all good. So this is a really important distance to keep in mind. Playstyle number 2 would be using no commitment and just playing on whiff punishing and anti-airing. So this means I'm not gonna land an aerial. I'm gonna just wait for a whiff or a jump and punish it. So whether I whiff punish you for whiffing an attack, like if you press tilt or up tilt, or you jump and you whiff this and I want to punish you for it, or if you jump and you want to approach me with this, for example, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to just go for nope, anti-air, right? Okay, so let's say you block, you jump in with full hop fair, hit me down here, approach, jump, no, full hop, approach, hit me down here.
Oh.
That's fine. There it is. That's perfect. Now that's one approach you can short hop into, right? So short hop in, press fair. Perfect. So those are approaches. You're choosing to play the pressure option of like land aerial safely, and now I understand it. I might read it, but the playstyle of punishing this is to simply anti-air you. So if you short hop in, for example, again to approach me, I might just call you out and deny you. Right, so that's where my short hop immediate anti-air comes to play. If you full hop, my full hop anti-air comes to play, or I whiff punish you, because if you miss, you get hit by this. Important thing is that this playstyle requires you to not just stay here and punish like this, or punish like this, or punish like this, but it also requires you to dash back 1 step. Why? Because you could have approached with a burst option. And that's level 3, we'll get to that later. But basically, you could approach with dash grab, you could approach with nair, you can approach with something to hit me where I am. So let's say you did, exactly, let's say you did this, or let's say you want to grab me. Let's say you want to grab exactly where I am, right here, from the burst range. So you're here, now dash grab me. Exactly. Now I have to anticipate this by a dash away, for example. Or let's say I do. So, dash grab me again. Whiffed. Now I get the dash grab. Or I get the side B punish, and so on, right? So basically, from here, let me just put you here. From here, I can choose to whiff punish and anti-air. I can also choose to dash back, whiff punish the approach, whiff punish the, or anti-air the approach from either here, here, or I can be here. So 2 positions to think of, in and out, right? So you don't want to move in here and then out. You actually want to move out and then back in, if anything. Let's talk about level 3. Level 3 is call out / risk, right? Let's call it that, basically. So level 1 was pressure, level 2 was whiff punishing, anti-airing, level 3 is call out. You shield. So I say you shield, I know it, I call you out in the shield. I can just call you out on standing there or short hopping with full hop or short hop nair, for example, right? Because now that's a burst option. There's no way you're going to react to it. You have to anticipate it, or you have to dash away, or you have to already be jumping and pressuring me and put me into shield because I have to respect this aerial, right? I have this immediately to whiff punish you. That's too quick for you to react to. I can just kind of burst you down. And remember how I said you can take a step back? You have a whiff punish, or you have a call out from here too, which is pivot F tilt, right? So let's say you stand here and I want to burst you down from this burst range, but I choose to dash back. You didn't do anything. I want to take the moment to burst you down. I can do that. Another risk taker can be considered going, or another call out / risk taker can be considered going in with the anti-air. So in with this, right? Not just short hop anti-air, but full hop anti-air. The second playstyle of staying here and anti-airing is you just defending. You know, you're not letting them jump in. But if they jump straight up or jump back, you still have to be able to catch it and read it, for example, right? I'm calling you out on the jump rather than like denying the jump, okay? Another thing that I want you to remember, so stand in the same position, is that you can also shield dash. So if you dash in and you shield, it's a form of trying to, let's call it a level 4 intention of trying to push yourself into their space and either grab them if they shield earlier than you, or go for a mix-up. Like you can jump back from this, you can jump in nair, you can go for buffered aerial if you want to, and so on. So you can mix things up if you shield dash in. I want to say there's at least 4 level of approaches, maybe 5. Well, let's start with level 0. Level 0 is here. Can I approach you from here?
Not really, no.
No, exactly.
Well, then running at me, I guess, or side B.
Right, but I can't jump and approach, and I can't dash attack from here. I'm not a threat. This is level 0 approach. This only works with projectiles. Right?
And the levels increase the closer you get, I guess?
No.
Okay.
Level 1 starts at burst range. Here. At level 1, I have a choice of basically doing a level 1 approach, level 2 approach, or level 3. That's why level 0 doesn't count, because I can't even do anything, right? I gotta get into position first. I gotta basically get into level 1, which is the possibility of approaching is there now. So it goes back to what I said before. 3 playstyles, 3 intentions from here, right?
Yes.
And I can choose whatever I want to. I can choose to just go, no, he actually approached me, punish. Or he's about to jump, punish. Or he wants to jump in, deny, etc, 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 right? But so level 1 approach is basically not approaching. It's just being at the burst range distance. This is why it's level 1 approach, so that once you get into level 1, you can choose between level 2 or 3. Level 2, stand here. Level 2 is me, like I said, using, let's say you shield. I want to approach you. That's safe, right? I jumped, I spaced, you can't grab it. Let's say you wanted to grab that. Let's say you shield and you wanted to grab this, you get punished, right? So now you have to respect that. That's a safe approach. That's me using safe landed aerial. I can also dash down to, like I said before. Like basically level 2 is the intention of approaching with pressure, safely. That's all I'm trying to do. I don't even care about hitting you, I just want to pressure you. I just want to hit your shield. I'd rather hit your shield than anything. If I hit you, that's something I just react with. Like if I ended up hitting you during this, cool, I'll take the combo. That's your fault. I didn't even intend it. Right? I was just trying to space wall and keep myself safe. Level 3 is going all in. Right? So shield. It's going all in, ending up in this 50-50 spot. We're going for this. Calling you out. So call out. That was the level 3 that we talked about. Right?
Yes.
Level 4 becomes mix-up. What's mix-up? It can be anything from shield dash, it can be anything from jump, double jump mix-up. It can be anything to jump, land up air, and cross you up. It can be something weird that you haven't really experienced yet. Like let's say you shield, and I go for jump, and then I do this last second, and you don't expect it, you get hit. That was a level 4. It's a mix-up. Let's say you shield, you expect the aerial, I might just land and grab, for example. That's also level 4. It's me going for something like this. Or something weird like this. You know, jump in first into their head and then jump, or jump in, land, immediate buffet aerial. Like it's something that is just unexpected. Okay. So yeah, it's the mix-up level. Whatever you feel like you want to mix up. Like it can be something crazy like this. right? And what this doesn't seem like it's not, it seems like it's not doing anything. But what it actually is doing is denying a jump out of shield, right? It's there, exactly. Like I basically, this is a weird interaction, but it can work. It could.
Yeah.
So that's why it's considered mix-up. It's you put it on the shelf whenever you feel like you want to add stuff. So basically it's important that if I'm here, and if I want to approach, dash, then jump, right? Because I dash into level 1, then I move in. Because let's say Link's throwing projectiles, shooting arrows, throwing bombs, and you're approaching from here like this, that's you spending your jump and double jump. He just needs to wait, punish you. Or you do this and you try to approach, it misses. You're not even in level 1. You gotta get into level 1 first, and then you approach, and then you do whatever you want. So that's the Swordie. We talked about landing aerials, short hop aerials, full hop aerials, tilts, what to do out of shield, what you can and can't do out of shield, how to press things correctly a little bit more. We talked about ledge trapping, right? Not necessarily in terms of, there's 2 phases to ledge trap, by the way. The first phase is they're hanging at ledge, and you learn how to pressure their ledge hang with down tilt, and then you learn how to punish their ledge options. Regular get up attack, ledge jump, ledge roll. Ledge trap phase 2 happens when they regular get up, and you now hit them cornered. Like I said, I showed you with Lucina. You hit someone who's cornered with fair. They have 4 options. They can press immediate attack, they can roll, they can jump, they can stay. You can outplay all of those. That's Smash in a nutshell. Literally all I showed you is most of it. And the only last phase we didn't go through is edge guarding, because edge guarding is depending on the recovery. But we talked about neutral. We talked about neutral concepts. Talked about spacing, shield pressure, corner pressure. The only thing we didn't talk about, like I said, is ledge trapping and edge guarding, but that's next level stuff we'll get into later. But that's basically the concept of this character, and whatever you learn from this character applies for any character you play in this game. Every character in the game has applications from this. There might be some characters that don't, like Mac is a bit of an exception. Like Lucina has a good balance. She's like well-balanced Swordie, right? So she has to split her focus into 3 intentions and make it equal. Like she has to be unpredictable in landing her aerials, she has to be unpredictable in when she kind of waits you out and whiff punishes you or anti-airs you, and she has to be unpredictable in when she bursts you down. So it's a constant game of rock, paper, scissors in that case, right?
Yeah.
But Falcon has better callouts, more rewarding callouts, for example, and he should have a slightly bigger focus increase on that area. Like he should be calling you out more. He should be whiff punishing you more, etc. Instead of just, oh, Falcon should focus on landing aerials. Like he should do that less, for example. He should dash grab you, side B you, jump in with nair, and so on. For example, because it rewards the character. So, like I said, a lot of characters have different styles, or different emphasis on styles, but every character can play this way. And sometimes it's character dependent, sometimes it's player dependent. But Lucina's, Mario's, Wolf's, Ike's, they're called fundamental based for a reason. It's because they can be played in any way, but they have to be balanced out.